Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk a little heavyweights. Where the concussion is, that's where it's at, basically, right? Heavyweight division. Now, I've been patient. I've been a little bit patient, and I'm just noticing stuff, in the boxing community. We had a good card just last weekend. Everybody, it was a great card. Had a couple of good fights, very good performances from the likes of a Callum Smith. I mean, when him and Buatsi fought, that's kind of almost a fight of the year type of fight that went down. You got to give it to that. I ain't gonna say nothing about Adamas Ashish because Adamas should have won that fight, but that's okay. We saw Virgil Ortiz handle Madrimov, even in Madrimov showing that he was elusive and showing his skills, but not doing enough to beat a Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz being someone who we thought would probably lose to Madrimov, and showing us what time that was. That was pretty awesome. And, Bivol, I know Bivol didn't distance himself from Beterbiev, but ain't nobody else supposed to be in fights with Beterbiev. Beterbiev knocked everybody out, 20 fights in a row, and good people. And he's fought in Bivol over 24 rounds and ain't no knockouts or nothing close came. That's just a test to how good Bivol is. Bivol doesn't have the punching power of Beterbiev, but he has the skills, and they just paid the bills. And that was awesome to see him do it. And he had a little rope-a-dope tendencies. He took off a little bit in that fight to come on at the end, letting Beterbiev throw a lot of punches. It was awesome. So that's an awesome performance. Y'all know we roll with Joe here. Joseph Parker's performance was awesome. They're just gonna say, well, Bacoli, was on short notice. But, you got to handle your business. We saw somebody also on short notice come in, Josh Padley, and hang in there with Shakur Stevenson. He wasn't in the fight, but he hung around, and he just showed the fact that I'm not here just for a paycheck. I'm going to throw some punches back at him. After he hits me, I'm going to throw some punches back at him. You know what I mean? And that's all you can ask. Shakur Stevenson is as excellent as he is. People just, listen, I don't know a great black fighter that everybody likes. I don't know one, no matter what kind of fight he does. All this Shakur Stevenson bashing, somebody come kick his ass. If not, shut up. They say everything except for let's fight. The dude wins, and I don't really care. I like defense in every sport. I wish there'd be some more defense in basketball. I like defense in football, too. I like that Philadelphia showed some defense in the Super Bowl. It got a good defensive line. I like it. All this offense is like, don't play no defense. You know what I'm saying? The cornerbacks in the NFL can't even do nothing. Nothing. People are playing defense in the NBA, they can't do nothing. It's all like all of sport fans only want to see offense. But back to boxing, even when you show offense and you're of color, they don't like that either. I'm sick of this shit. Listen, Shakur Stevens is all that in a bag of chips, and he ain't been in no close fight, and a whole lot of people don't want to fight him. It's reasons for that. They all got something in common, the people who don't want to fight. So yes, he's awesome too. But we got to give props to that Padley guy for coming in and doing what he did, coming from putting up solar panels to, handling his business and fighting one of the best fighters out there. Because ain't nobody skill-wise messing around with no damn Shakur Stevenson. We could talk all that stuff, but just show up and show something. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody mess with that guy. Now, he done hurt his hands and stuff like that, but that's going to be what it's going to be. He's not going to be a knockout puncher because the bigger he gets, the more brittle his hands going to probably get. So we've seen that happen to Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd was able to handle his business. Everybody was talking about he's feather-fisted, try to degrade him by saying he's a defensive fighter. But, he's the most accurate offensive fighter ever, but he's just a defensive fighter, right? Well, but here's the thing. When we talk about Jokic, the center for the Denver Nuggets, we don't call him the best offensive center, do we? He can't play defense. Not great. Now, he's very smart, so that means his defense is not going to be that, just nothing at all because he's smart. He might get in the passing lane here or there or something like that, or might just make a smart play. But basically moving those puppies on the defense on a high pick and roll, he's on the island when he's got to stick a one or a two. That doesn't happen to Giannis Antetokounmpo or my boy Hakeem Olajuwon. But the best player in the NBA is an offensive player. He's not an all-arounder. He's an offensive player, right? We don't call him, hey, he's the best offensive player, but we call Floyd Mayweather, he's the best defensive fighter. Get out of my face. He's the best fighter, period. Just like Jokic is the best NBA player. But to you guys, to me, it's Giannis. But I mean, because I like defense. But that's just me, because I'm a defensive guy in all sports. I like defenders. It takes a certain amount of character to not get all those props and be a defender. It's not too many defenders that get props. And if your name ain't Deion Sanders or Lawrence Taylor or something like that, or back in the day, of Dennis Rodman or Scottie Pippen, who don't really get all the props, or my boy Hakeem Olajuwon, but I'm going all over the place, right? Going all over the place. We'll get back to it. What we trying to say in this video that we ain't said nothing about, going back to that card, is are we just going to act like we didn't see Agit Kabayel do something? I thought he stole the show as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to act like we didn't see Agit Kabayel do what he just did. There's no articles about it. Ain't nobody talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking all, but like, for example, give you just an example, like Anthony Joshua, all he wants is Tyson Fury. That's it. He ain't saying, well, you know what, the Agit Kabayel just look good. I want him. You know what I'm saying? And just like a lot of fights that I don't want to see, like I'm hearing Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney talking, I don't want to see that. I didn't want to see Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade, right? Because the guys that should have been fighting get away with it. Canelo should have fought one of them. Gervonta Davis should have fought one of Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Then they got to fight each other. I do not want to see Agit Kabayel versus Joseph Parker to Agit Kabayel, or Joseph Parker gets a title shot or a Dubois shot. I'm saying title shot is Usyk, and Dubois shot to a lesser extent is also a title shot. But those, don't eliminate them. They both deserve a shot. Agit Kabayel. Y'all, we're going to just act like we didn't see this. Now, this is ridiculous. That was the most ridiculous thing on the night. You're talking about Sheila Shang. We all know people scared of him. We all know that, right? We ain't nobody got close to stopping Sheila Shang. Figured out, first of all, I've got enough in my bag to come out and outbox that first round, check it out, and somebody in his team or himself decided to say, you know what, I'm going to try to walk down Sheila Shang. We're going to act like we don't. If you don't know how significant it is to walk down Sheila Shang, then you're not into boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because most people that are into boxing, even as casuals, kind of have their eye on the heavyweight division. Ain't nobody walking down no damn Sheila Shang. Period. You know what I'm saying? You're going to back up. You're going to back foot when it's Sheila Shang. But to figure out in round 2 that I ain't backing up, I'm coming forward, and I'm going to continuously attack the body. Come up every now and then with an uppercut and overhand right, but I am going to continuously 1-2 to the solar plexus and then give him one on the side. Is that what I mean? Constantly the left hook to the body. Continuously believe in yourself, even after being caught with a left hook from Sheila Shang, to get up and basically dominate the round before that and after that. It is time to stop all this. I want to see more attention on Agit Kabayel. It's ridiculous. Marba, bro. This is ridiculous. Okay? The dude, and you know, it's to the point where he wasn't supposed to be no damn Frank Sanchez. We all think Frank Sanchez is all that in a bag of chips. He was not supposed to beat no damn Frank Sanchez. And let's go before that. Makhmadev, the big old dude. He wasn't supposed to stop him. You know, we was thinking that it was a little, only thing he had done up before that was beat Derek Chisora. We see it now. That wasn't easy neither. Ask Otto Wallen. That ain't that just, you just going to beat Derek Chisora. And that's been years ago. So he's got Derek Chisora. Makhmadev stopped. Frank Sanchez stopped. Sheila Shang stopped. And it don't look like no accident. And we sitting up here talking about other people's. Like, hey, Anthony Joshua want to fight him. And, but Coley done got stripped of his IBF mandatory status. And it's because he come and save a card. Just ridiculous stuff. Gervonta Davis is about to fight Roach. Like that's something to get excited about. Let's get excited about a heavyweight who has shown the last 2 years that he is something to be reckoned with. And let's act like we've seen that and notice that and talk about that. He is to be talked about. Now, we roll with Joe here. I'm talking about Joseph Parker, no doubt about it. But damn it, Agit Kabayel has done something extraordinary and deserves a shot and deserves that we stop acting like we don't see it, because that's what we're doing. That was the most significant thing on that weekend. I'm not gonna say the most significant, but it was definitely up there because Bivol coming in here and doing what he did against your boy was pretty awesome as well, and Virgil Ortiz to beat Madrimov that simple was good as well. But here's the problem: Virgil Ortiz lost his last fight. That's a little bit different. Your boy, my boy here, but we talking about right now, he ain't lost. Kabayel didn't lose. He's been on a streak. It's a little bit different. So yeah, man, this is just a much props to Agit Kabayel, and let's wake the hell up and make sure we talk about him because he's the guy we got to keep an eye on. Done with Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm out of here, y'all.